B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natzliach, continuing from Sefer Mikveh written by Harav Eliyahu Netaneli Shlita regarding to the mitzvah of Zehirut in Shechvazer Lematala, how much a person needs to be careful about not wasting seed and what steps should be taken towards that. Harav Netaneli Shlita explains that one of the things that helps very much a person to have purity of neshama, taharat and neshama, is by going to Mikveh. So he explains that there was this famous Rav, his name was Rabbi Akiva, not the famous Rabbi Akiva of the Gemara. No, another Rabbi Akiva that lived in Europe around 220 years ago, and every night by midnight he would get up and he would go to a mikveh near to his home. Even during the winter in Europe is very, very cold, he would still go to mikveh. And many Chachmei Torah of older days and even today, they try to go to mikveh as much as they can, because this is the source of success in every area, especially in attaining Chokhmat Torah, especially Chokhmat Sod, that one should try to go to mikveh as much as possible. Now the question is, how come these Chachamim had such a time to go to mikveh? Right? Isn't it better to learn Torah? Talmud Torah can get kulam. So there are few answers that Harav Netaneli Shlita gives. One is that in the Mishnah Avot, the 6th parak, Mishnah 6th, explains that there are 48 ways to learn Torah. And one of them is through tahara, through purity. There are 48 ways of gaining Torah. And so this is a condition in order that one should have Torah. Another reason is, as we explained before, there are impure powers that make problems for a person and takes away from his Limuda Torah and the success of Torah and peace of mind, and also has influence to one's way of thinking, his memory. So a person who continuously goes to mikveh every day or as much as possible, he can help himself with all these areas of having peace of mind, remembering things, not having Alzheimer, not having anxiety, depression. So we see why our Chachamim, they were so careful with their mikveh, going to mikveh. Even though that they spent time for it, but it was worth it. Everything else would be blessed. Another reason is because in Masechet Berachot explains, page Chaf Bet Amud Aleph, that whoever goes to mikveh in order to clean himself from Shechvazer Levatara, from being Balkari, he will have a long life. So this would replace, instead of Chas v'Shalom having punished because of Shechvazer Levatara, he will have long life. Fourth reason is, if a person comes if somebody asks a person, you have two options of taking 100 kilogram of pure gold or taking a diamond that is 1,000 karat that's equivalent to 200 grams. Which one would you choose? Would you choose gold or diamond? So it says, if we would know the importance of a diamond, obviously we go ahead and take the diamond. Right? Even though that it's less in weight, is less than gold. So if we see from here, a person who goes to Mikveh and he learns Torah, his learning Torah becomes like diamond with purity. It's much more worth it than just having the gold. Another reason is that is brought in Masachet Sanhedrin, Daf 37 Amud Bet, that Galut, going from places to places, exiles, is a kapara for a person. So a person who goes out of his home to find mikveh, to come back home, that is also compared to going to Galut. Very interesting. And all that tiredness that comes to a person will be a kapara for his avonot. And also, as we mentioned, this will help to take away from all sorts of things that blocks our learning. Limuda Torah, when we are clean, is much better, is 1,000 times more worth it. So a person should not think, okay, instead of going to Mikveh, I'm going to sit down and learn Torah. So Harav Netaneli Shlita explains that there is a big difference for those who learn Torah with purity and those who don't learn Torah with purity. So obviously we should try to go to Mikveh as much as possible to have the blessings of having a pure neshama and so many other good blessings. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen.